Hey guys, how you doing? So today I'm gonna show you guys how to do an 09 and 18 IHC Dodge Ram kit. So it's upper control and lower control arms. The rear kit, I think these are the shocks and springs, and the cut kit. So in the front, it's just basically upper lower control. Like I said, it's a 5 inch in the front, so it doesn't take no isolator. So I'm just gonna show you guys how to cut off the bump stop and then cut the tie rods, as it does shorten the mirror. And then the rear, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna try to show you guys how I cut the upper control arm mounts, since we have our own mounts, and move them down. How to cut the springs and how to clearance everything under here. So it's in the air, wheels are off. This truck's completely stock except for, so it has a leveling kit, since this is supposed to be more inside. But basically all you do is replacing the uppers and lower control arms. The lower control arms for the drop, the uppers for the alignment. And then all you do is modification is the sway bar. You cut the tip of the bottom of it, and then the tie rod you cut 1/2 inch inner and outer, so you get the alignment in. Other than that, it's bolt-on kit. And in the back, it's where the hard part, I'm gonna say the hard part is at. I have a plasma, lucky me, so it's easy. Oh, can't forget, you gotta remove the bump stops. Always chop them off. So take it all apart, put it back together, or start showing you when I'm cutting the bump stops or doing something that's important. Right. So I'm about to take the spring, but a little extra careful because I have a spacer, so it might be under a little bit more tension. So for me, I always put it on lower, use the jack. That way if it does fall off, it's at least on the ground, already close to the ground. It won't damage much, but it's real easy. So if you're scared, don't try it. I'll wait for the wind. Pump it up. Use your gun. Spinning until you get it off. Okay. Take the sheet off. Get it onto the floor. No, sway bar. See, that's gonna be hard. So that little sway bar will hold up the fucking truck's, the spring's weight, will hold up the spring, even though it has no freaking nut on the bottom. So what you need to do, try to like reprime it up, getting it. And it's removed. So here, it should stood up there. Now curve. Technically, go down slowly, not bounce. But I did loosen up the lower control arm bolts, so so let's do it to the other side and start putting everything back together. Hey guys, set up for the rear. I stopped in the front because it's so annoying when you use your shocks. The passenger side shock, you see how it's collapsed. It's blown up, so stop right there. Don't want to do much more, waiting for the shock. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do in the back. So set up, everything's in the back, remove the liner. Bam, liner removed, so it's way easier. So you have easier access to the top of the shock and everything. Now grab your special tool. Mine is like cut in half, I guess. 21. Fit it up there in the fit. 21, take out the shocks, take out the sway bars, take out the lines, take off 21 off the track bar, and then you start taking off the bolts for the arms. Once everything's loose and the shocks are removed, you can lower it down, the springs come off, everything's loose, the arms come off, and you're basically done in the rear and you start cutting it. So let me show you guys what I mean. So it's all torn apart. Everything's off, arms, shocks, springs, sway bar, track bar. So now to cut this, trim this. What else? Upper mount for the control line. And the center rear bearing. Move it up. Oh. Here's a little before. A little cinematic shot. There you go. So, what's up guys? Everything's cut as raw as you get it. So, see how I trimmed that piece right there. Trim the upper control arm or trailing arm bracket off. Is on there. Again, cut this piece off because it does hit right here. Once you go to 7, it hits. And then basically showing you guys what you need to cut. This is as raw as you get, so I just need to grind it down, sand it down. Grind it, sand it, whatever you want to call it. Use a grinder and clean it up a little bit so you can paint it and some, well, yeah, rust prevention. And then next step will be putting the actual cut kit, which these guys call las gallinas, or the chickens. They kind of do look like a chicken. I'll show you guys right now. But so I'm gonna show you guys something. I was installing these chickens, these gallinas. That's what the guys call them. So you look at them, how they're shaped. They look like kind of like chickens, or like little pollitos. But you know how this little lip goes in between here and all that shit. You can tell this one pretty fucking tight. Like so tight, I had to use the vice grip to clamp them on there. This side, I can't. This is why I'm recording. Look, this side is perfect, but this is why I'm recording. This side doesn't even fit. It's bent wrong up here, so don't be scared. So that's either one or two solutions. You cut this lip a little bit off a little bit, just so you can clear this little, notch right here. Or what I'm gonna try to do right now is take it off and with the hammer bang that shit up. So I'm gonna try to do that shit, see if it works, see if I need to cut. So there, you can tell where it's bent up. That one's bent up. That one's original. So just bent it up so it can fit perfect. Now all you need to do is, the next thing to do is mark for the holes. So how I mark it is I put a vice grip so that way it's sturdy. You get a little pick and you start just scraping. So once you take it off, that way it's marked, and I have the plasma. I could just cut out the hole with the plasma. See, it's marked on both sides. That side's marked too. So plasma, and once I have that, I can start putting the arms, and cut the springs and do everything. Came back, I already lit the holes with brackets. I already mounted them up, both sides. Now, these are just hand tight. I know they're hard right now, but they're just hand tight. Everything is just hand tight. Nothing is tightened. Nothing is on there. Everything's just put on by hand. So, this side too, passenger side. Everything's loose. The springs I use for 7. I usually do 3/4 on a single cab, but I did 2/3 because it's a crew cab, and for a single cab it's 6. Crew cab it should be like a 6.5. Hopefully it's more weight. So now I'm gonna install the arms. So easiest thing to do is it's already all loose. It's just lift it up to where the axle is closer to like where it needs to be, and then start putting them on. So you start with the upper, and then you go to the lower, and then once you got to this side or whatever side you want to start on, you go to this side. either the upper and then lower, or lower upper, whatever you think it's easier or for you. But it's always easier to get it put in from the differential and connecting to the frame. You can maneuver the fucking differential way more. So let me bolt it up, set the springs up, and we'll show you. The reason we do 2-3. The reason we do 2-3 is 3 cuts of this coil goes to the passenger side, and then 2 cuts for the coil goes from the driver's side, because the driver's side has the gas tank and then it has your fat ass on it too. So you don't want that Chevy lean. So we give you the extra coil so that way the truck can stay leveled out. So let me install everything and show you guys how it should go. Oh, let me install the track bracket too. So I got all 4 arms on already. You can tell these bolts are already all the way through, just like these. So I have to put a nut on this side. They weren't like that because you need to move the differential and everything. They were like this, like these. You see how right there is not lining up? This one is. A little hammer in. Don't be scared. You can just go like that up and hammer it in. Track bracket. I need the differential piece a little bit this way. So what you do is get my favorite tool. Find the point. You can put your favorite tool on it, and you could basically pull it this way. Can't do it 2 hands until it fits. So now that everything's bolted up, everything to the head is loose, everything's still loose, arms are still loose. You can finally do is down, put the springs, and compress everything. Now, once the springs are put on, with the isolator and everything on top, make sure the end of the spring is facing to the back on both sides. You start compressing it until the jack doesn't want to, and there, to me, is already, you can start tightening the shit out of everything. Start tightening the arms, tightening this bolt, start tightening these bolts, sway bars, start tightening everything, and putting the shocks, because right here you already have everything on. So, start tightening. So now, everything's bolted up, shocks are on, put on my special tool. So the way I do it on the lift, since if you guys, any of you guys installed this, know that the shocks don't go in. You need to like compress the suspension a lot. So that's not strong enough to compress it. Since I have a front jack, I use this jack and put it under the differential, and then just compress the diff while you're compressing the springs. Compression the springs until the shocks fit, and you bolt it up, and then you go to the other side, you do the same thing. So now I'm gonna do the carrier bearing. I know for 0919 they don't have it. Well, they don't send it in the kit, but it's a crew cab, 7 inches. It's not even on the floor, and I can already see the angle's gonna be all off. This is gonna go all the way like down here. It's gonna be way, that carrier bearing bracket is gonna be low, so the angles are gonna be all fucked up. So I went over there and got me a carrier bearing bracket. They send these to the 19 and up Dodge Rams, so the newer ones, and it goes up here. So they do have instructions for not for these. They have for 19 or 20 and up, but because it's a little bit different. So it's wrong. The other one is like a little bit rounder. I don't know what the fuck. So right now I'm gonna take it apart, take out these, see if this one fits before I cut it, and if it does fit, I'm gonna install it and see how it will sit. Hopefully it does make my angles better. Hopefully it does fit. So this is it before. Remember, these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, or these 4 bolts, and that's where these mount. So let me cut it off and show you how it's gonna look. So everything in the back is done. Like I said, everything's tightened. Cut kit is tightened. Springs are cut. Everything's torqued down. Shocks are tightened. I was doing the this two-piece drive shaft or the carrier bearing bracket. So it does fit. You just need to cut slowly. And then for my preference, I don't like having comebacks. So I saw this. I saw that this was real close to this bracket, and I don't know how close it is gonna be whenever it's on the floor. So I just trimmed it, clearance it out too while it's here. So now to start with the front again. Now that I got the shocks, so cut off the brackets, start assembling everything, and then cut the tie rods, and I'll be done. And like I said, everything in the back is already tidied up. Everything's already notched. And let me go over everything that I notched. So like it had clearance. So one thing, the pumpkin for the differential does hit. So trim this piece, which I have. I don't have over here. I don't know where the fuck it's at, but yeah, trim that piece. You trim bump stops. I think it is gonna hit right here, but that's the customer's thing. Like he needs to get it. Like right here, it's already hitting. That's the customer's thing right there. He needs to go get the exhaust reworked through. Like I said, the drive shaft notches and everything. The little cross member notch, you know, the carrier bearing notch. Carrier bearing, cross member, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But now, let's go to the front. So, assembling the front end. So it's gonna be a 5, just a spring with stock isolator. It did come with the spacer. Take that shit off. We'll put that shit back on. No seas pendejo, mijo. So, grab your spring, your isolator. I like to have the shock in there. Slide that bitch in there. Don't be scared. Just a piece of metal. Push it up here. And once it's up here, let me fix it real quick. Boom. Once it's on there, see where the jack is grabbing. It's alright. Scared. Don't do this shit. It's kind of scary, but it's grabbing. Coil's sitting inside. Shock is sitting. So now what you gotta do is keep on jacking it up until it goes through. Hope truck doesn't fucking go off. But nah, let's go. That looks like good enough. Fix it. Put the now. So I was doing it with the gun, and while that shock, upper body of the shock was spinning, I just grabbed it and hit it with a couple of Douglas until the bushings are squished, and then you're good. And from there, you should be able to just loosen it up. Nah, here it is, guys. It's truck's on the floor. So I didn't notice this shit. See the exhaust hitting. So it's like an inch and a half, probably higher in the back, but other than that, everything looks good. Clearances look good. That drive shaft carrier bearing looks kind of funky, but it needs to be lower. The notch, it looks like I don't really need it, but like I said, I still need to go lower. And then I don't know how this guy is gonna drive with the dips on the expressway and everything. And the front, remember you do have to cut the tie rods inner and outer. I did do that. And the bump stops, cut them off. Everything's torqued down, everything's greased up. Make sure fucking squirts comes out. Fill that bitch up like your girlfriend. Everything's Now the jam nuts too. Make sure you tighten those bitches up. I never did it, but I notice how much play it has when you don't do it. So it's aligned. I just need to bring it down and now we go test it. Hey yo, fuck Ace's video. What the fuck? Nah, I think it's one of those plugs on that side. When you come back. So guys, been fighting this fucking Ram for a while already. Since yesterday. So after we did the alignment, Noe went to test drive it in the front. He said it was pulling to the right. I test drove it and I confirmed that it was. So I pulled it back in, checked the alignment, it was off. Still test drove it and still was pulling to the right. Brought it back in. See how the tires are rotating to the back now? It's the front, the driver's side. Rotated them, like matched them in the front, and now it pulls to the left. So stupid ass tires. So they look new, but they're not. So I don't know where the fuck he had them. Solved that problem. Now we're doing it to the back. Normally for this is a 5.7. Normally for a 5.7, you just cut 3/4 coil, but this customer wants the fender to be like on the tire. So I've already cut 4 or 5 coils, and then on the 5th, on this because this side you need to cut one more extra, because this one you need to leave an extra one because of the gas tank. I cut a 1/4 turn more because it was like 3/4 higher on this side for some reason. So right now I'm gonna put them back. We'll see how this is how easy it is to fucking drop these in the back once you have all this kit. It's just take off the stupid ass shocks and you drop out the springs. So let me put it back on, see how low it gets, and show you guys. So let me show you guys. I told you guys I cut the springs. This is a crew cab. So for 7, no, I do mostly single cabs. I haven't done a crew cab in a while. So for a crew cab, I mean single cab, 4/6, the 6 in the back is 2/3. 2 turns on one coil, 3 turns on another coil of cutting them off. That's the whole ring. So for a crew cab, I thought it was different. So no. So now I did it for a 7. I did 3/4 in the back. It was still too high. I did 4, 5, and no, 4, 5 and a quarter. And we're now in the front it's at 29 and a quarter, and in the back it's at 29 and 3/4. So fucking debating right now. I don't know if I should just cut half a turn more, just make it as even as possible. The customer does want basically no gap in the back, but I feel like if I give him more after this, he's gonna start bottoming out on this. What the fuck is it? This track bracket right there, and next thing he's gonna need to do is exhaust again. What else is he gonna bottom out on? Certain things. But what the customer wants, the customer gets. So I don't know. I kind of like it right there.